This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat that far. We keeping the foot on the whoop. Oh, yeeks. We keeping the foot on the whoop. Oh, yeeks. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, man. Like the Siberian Tiger that I am, I'm applying whoop on immediate pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts his pipe. I was just saying that same thing, man. As a matter of fact, I said it beforehand. I've watched 2 videos from Mike Rashid in regards to and as it relates to health is wealth and him talking about the red pill, blue pill topic. I found both of those intriguing, man, because in the health is wealth topic, you know, and I dropped a comment in both his videos. He typically usually like responds back when I drop something, so I'm sure he's gonna respond. I basically agree with everything that he said. The health is wealth is stuff that He Knows Everything's been telling you guys. He talked about an elder statesman male that prepped him via alpha molding and training. In the health and wealth part, the reason why I love that part and that assessment is because that guy's health wasn't together. And he wanted to trade places with Mike Rashid, whose health was together. And I've talked to you guys about this. Self-improvement is something that you have to incorporate in all areas of your life. You want to be in your best shape. You want to be able to make the most amount of money that you can possibly make. You want to be able to have access and resources to everything. Because as a man, God has given you a God-given right to be fruitful and multiply, and to also have dominion over the earth. If you guys just follow the Bible, you have everything you need to be that quintessential alpha male that you're seeking for. You don't need to subscribe to no red pill, blue pill ideology. You don't need to subscribe to none of that. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, before all of this phenomenon came on YouTube, a lot of guys that just had it, they just fucking had it. There wasn't all of this ideologies that they fell to. And these ideologies, believe it or not, they cripple you. It's like a mental prison, because they're telling you that as the male, the female has it better than you. When I talk about female nature, I talk about you as a male. You got to be aware that women, you know, they can basically do your ass the fuck up. They can basically trick you. They can beguile you. They can bamboozle you, because in their female nature, they're wired to read 17 magazines that tell them how to have this guy whip around their finger. They are already reading all of these things so that they could know how to wrap a guy up and get a guy. And the reason why is so that they can get somebody that they feel is the highest potential, become reality person that they can basically open their legs for and basically procreate through that person. That's really what it all boils down to, man. But men don't got it tough. It's a man's world, man. Men don't got it hard. If you are a man and you're doing what you're supposed to, and I mean, I can't speak for guys that had it rough, guys that were insecure and miserable, guys that got picked on, guys that were pretty much ridiculed by women. I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I never experienced that. So from a certain lens, it's going to come across as if I'm biased to that. But it's not really biased. It's the truth. I don't know what that world is like. And I don't want to know what that world is like. A lot of men come from a place of insecurity and misery. And this is why they basically talk down to women. This is why they treat women like shit. You cannot call yourself a true alpha male if you're treating women like shit. You cannot. One of the prerequisites of being an alpha male is treating the women that you are with, if it's plural or singular, the woman that you're with, very fucking good. You have to treat them good. You don't treat them like they're dogs. You gotta treat them like human beings, just like you. Because you would want to reciprocate the same level of respect you want people to give you. You want to reciprocate that same level of respect back to others. I mean, it's just common sense. But a lot of guys have this opinion that they have to trot in their foot under women. They have to basically dominate women, you know, on so many levels. That's actually insecurity in of itself. Because a guy that has it don't even need to force themselves to do all of that. It's automatically going to happen. It's naturally going to happen, because That guy is sure of himself. He's confident of himself. And he knows where he's going. He knows he's not going to be a pushover. He knows he's not going to take no crap. But at the same time, he doesn't need to follow a red pill or blue pill ideology that tells him that he needs to go this way, he needs to go that way. He just is. When you have via cognitive development early on, an active father in the home, this is why it all boils down to this. A father role model, a father personality, a father figure. When you have these things that I keep preaching and teaching to you guys about, you are sure of yourself as a man. You know where you're going as a man. And because you're sure of yourself as a man and you know where you're going as a man, you don't need nobody to define you. You damn sure don't need no terms to define you. When I talk red pill, blue pill, I always talk the Matrix. Notice I say Neo. And it was interesting. This is how you could tell real alpha males on the same wavelength. Mike Rashid came to the same fucking conclusion. This is a guy I look up to. And I don't look up to people like that. Because he's a few years older than me and his pockets are just a little bit better than mine. And I'm trying to either get that where he's at or even fucking better. Because my shit is good. It's real fucking good. I ain't complaining. I ain't struggling. I'm not feeling, I don't feel what the average man feels. But I'm all about self-improvement. I'm always trying to get to the next level. So I got to listen to motherfuckers that's better than me. And he's better than me. A few years older than me, better than me. Well, he's 43. I'm 40. I think he's 44. No, he's 43. I'm 39. Or he's 44. I'm 39 or some shit like that. I don't know. But anyways, the guy's a millionaire. I'm trying to get to that millionaire status. So I'm going to listen to somebody that's already been there, what he's been through. But at the same time, I define myself. Just like he says. He made it very clear. You define yourself, not ideologies. This is what I've been trying to tell you guys from the jump. The reason why I knew I was an alpha male from the beginning is because I always identified and tried to basically ingratiate my own ideologies. I never was under anybody's bubble. That's why I used to scoff when people say, you LDBC. No, I'm He Knows Everything, formerly known as He Knows the Sport. I'm my own individual entity. I don't fall under nobody, man. Because I don't believe in the prison in the box of being under anybody. I'm not a follower. I'm a natural born leader. That's really what being an alpha male is all about. It was interesting. Mike Rashid said the same thing. Being an alpha male is just basically being a leader. If you have leadership qualities and you are a leader in your own right, then the alpha male personality is going to showcase itself. The alpha male traits are going to denote itself. Being alpha is going to be there. And you ain't gotta fucking force it, man. Let alone try to figure out that, oh, you supposedly alpha, you supposedly beta. Man, you ain't gotta worry about none of that bullshit. When you're an alpha male in your own right and you're a leader in your own right, then you're gonna be a leader nevertheless. You're gonna lead naturally. It's gonna be something that's of natural evolution. Men cannot function on this planet if you're a hetero man. I can't speak for men that are not heterosexual. I can't speak for them. I don't know what their world is like, and I don't want to know what their world is like. And I can say it just like they could say that they choose to be homosexual. I don't know what their world is like. I know what my world is like as a heterosexual man. As a heterosexual man, how can you live without women? How can you not live with the enjoyments, the satisfactions, the basically what we would say, the ecstasy, the ebbs and the flows, the peaks and the valleys, the trials and the tribulations, the ups and the downs with women, man. That actually sharpens you more and more as a man. Real men know how to handle that shit. Now, you know when they being a problem and they being like this, you know how to just push them to the side. And you know when everything is good and everything is supposed to be where it's supposed to be, you bring them back to the fold. You know how to do the push and pull, man. You know how to be good with that. But that's people that learn this stuff early on, man. I've always known how to be this way. But that's because I had an active father in the home. I had a father figure, a father role model, and a father personality that told me that, you know, a man should never be whooped by women. I had a dad that told me that shit. That a man needs to stand his own ground, grab his nuts. My dad used to always tell me that. Gird up thy loins. This is why I tell you guys, when you are to become a strong adult male, you need a strong adult male prior that's going to be pivotal. I see why Mike Rashid turned out the way he did, because his dad, that motherfucker rolled Mike Rashid hard, man, to make him the competitor that he is. And then the fact that he talked about the story of that guy that he saw that was a millionaire. I mean, that's another father figure, father role model, father personality. This is how men become men, but not through them subjecting themselves into a culture. Because the red pill, blue pill is no different than men go their own way. It's the same shit. It's really beta males that are finding a secret society to be a part of because they got picked on, they got ridiculed, and they're trying to find some kind of supposed erroneous cheat code on how to do women up. That shit is stupid. When I say alpha and beta, alpha and beta has been a term that's been around forever. This ain't about no red pill, blue pill shit. I'm talking about men that know who the fuck they are. They know their purpose on the planet. They know how to go out there and get theirs. They know their value, their self-worth. They know that how to prioritize, and they know how to just basically always be focused on self-improvement. That's what I talk about. And through my life experiences, anybody that knows me, Richie Rich will tell you, I never had no problems that a lot of these weirdos had, man, with women. Never. And I didn't have money. I was not like walking around. I remember having just 50 cents, 75 cents, catching the bus, the G bus, dog. But having girls sit on my lap because they said I had swag. Because they said I was cool. Because they said I was funny. I was witty. I mean, I always had the gift of gab. But then everything else started to basically multiply on top of that. I always had the looks too. But everything else multiplied on top of that. And because it all multiplied, it put me in a position to where I was able to sustain. But it's a state of mind, man. See, y'all took the Matrix thing and y'all turned it into something that's just weird. It's fucking weird. Because when it's all said and done, if you're a guy that had it like that, you don't subscribe to these false ideologies. And even if you didn't have it like that, a lot of times when guys don't have what he knows everything have, they don't have the handsome man approach or game, you know, like you just handsome or whatever. A lot of guys that are not like that, their sheer will of being funny, their sheer will of just having personality, which is key, your character, which is key, gets them women. And a lot of these guys don't be having money like that. See, this is what you guys have to come to the conclusion of. It's really about you. Men don't have it bad. Men are basically the apex predators on the planet. So I don't understand this terminology when they say men have it bad and men are lesser and women are. No, that's these weak, effeminate males. That's this new generation of males that I don't understand them. I really don't. That say nonsense like this. Because women have this thing where they have an age limit. And once they start, when they're in their 20s, they're in their best. They start hitting their 30s, oh shit, the clock starts ticking. Then they start hitting their 40s and up. Unless they look like Nicole Murphy or Lisa Ray, you know, these are exceptions and aberration to the rules, you know what I'm saying? Unless they look like Tamara Hall, somebody like that, they fuck. With guys, you get better with age. It's like fine wine. It's like vino, man, like fine wine. You get better with age. I get better looking with age. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, holistically. Men get better with fucking age. So this whole thing about men got it hard, that's bullshit, man. That's fuck shit. And in all essence, it just don't make no damn sense when it's all said and done. But in this most cold-hearted, in this most unadulterated, in this most cutthroat truth-teller fashion, Mike Rashid, you get the biggest salute of the damn day for telling the emphatic truth, dog. And the emphatic truth is as simple as this. That this whole alpha, beta, red pill, blue pill, all this bullshit, it's all started because it's a bunch of nerds and a bunch of weirdos that couldn't have access to women, so they created this red pill, blue pill. Go look at a lot of these motherfuckers. When you look at them, it tells you everything you need to know. When you look at guys like me and Mike Rashid, we don't have no fucking problem. So because we don't have that problem, we don't understand that language. When I talk alpha and beta, I'm not talking the way these guys are talking. I'm talking about stuff that's been around forever. In the animal kingdom, there's alphas and betas. You look at werewolves, you look at tigers, you look at animals. I mean, this shit has been around forever. That's what I talk about. If you know who you are as a man and you're doing what you're supposed to, then you're not going to subjugate yourself to another mental prison of red pill and blue pill. You're just going to go out there and make it happen. You think the Jay-Z's, the P. Diddy's, and the Rock and all of these people in the world, the Mike Rashids, that he knows everything, is thinking about, oh, I'm an alpha male, I'm a beta male, when they're dealing with women? Well, they just be that. It's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, So in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth teller fashion, it's as simple as this. If you are alpha, just be that, man. You ain't got to go out there and pump your chest every second and tell motherfuckers that you're an alpha male. You just be the alpha male. Now, when I'm doing videos and I'm basically explaining the whole alpha and the beta circumstances and all that, I identify myself as an alpha male. But I'm not pumping my chest everywhere I go and say, hey, look at me. I'm a fucking alpha male. I don't do shit like that. My whole aura, my whole presence, my whole being, who I am as an individual should showcase that. And if it doesn't, then it's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, So when it's all said and done, the delineation, the distinction, the gulf, and the separation between a he knows everything and a Mike Rashid and these guys that subjugate themselves to this red pill, blue pill, when in all essence it's just beta cuck male nonsense, because you're basically saying that you have to put women in mental prison in order for you to dominate them. That is the most inferior and weak-minded shit I've ever heard in my life. Because when you are a man that controls everything and everything is at your whim, you don't need to do that. You don't even need to waste your energy doing that. Just the fact of being who you are as a male should speak volumes in of itself. You don't take no nonsense. You ain't no damn pushover. You know who you are. You're comfortable in your own skin, and you know where you're going. And you love yourself, because self-preservation is the law of the land. You think Floyd Mayweather's thinking about this shit? You think Earl the Truth Smith's thinking about this shit? You think Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, or they just have access to this shit? It's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, So when it's all said and done, ask yourself this bigger picture question. Do you want to subjugate yourself to these a new mental bondage, a new prison? Or do you want to define yourself and not let ideologies or false ideologies thereof define you? That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop. X. I keeps the foot on the whoop. X. This is He Knows Everything. Checking out.